Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in the Sand, and this is chapter 8 of Breaking Out of My Shell. And it's been interesting. This little shell that I have that I'm breaking out of has led to a lot of emotion and a lot of feedback that is both good and not so good. And I just wanted to let you know that I was I was triggered. This was a very emotional thing for me, and I was triggered because I was treated in a similar way to how Charlie's um, death was treated. It was so divided, so hateful, so cruel, um, so, um, what's the word? Dehumanizing. It's like he wasn't even a person. And, and it triggered me. And people are right, I made myself a target because of it. And because I was also dehumanized, I was also, um, like put in that position of saying your life doesn't matter. And so that, sorry, I'm not going to get emotional. That, just saying those words hurts a lot because you don't forget how that feels. And when I go back to, my daughter had, um, she had a rough childhood um, in school with bullying because of Asperger's, high functioning autism, and um, watching how treated her, people treated me as if I was the problem for my parenting. Um, People treated, you know, us as a collective, um, but especially me, because I was trying to get her some assistance with the school, and they were saying it's my parenting, and it was a big fight. It was a battle. It was a true battle, and so it's hard for me to not remember that feeling of you don't matter. Your opinion doesn't count. You're you're a nothing. You're a nobody. You know that it good riddance is what they were pretty much saying to me. Get lost, and that hurt. That hurt a lot. So yeah, I did get triggered, and yeah, the way that this was handled by the educational system and the political system, of we um, can do whatever we want, and we can give kids hormones that they don't understand and they don't know what they're doing to their body. um, I got upset and I got emotional, and it was a, unfortunately it was like a left versus right, where people saw me as like a conservative, and that's not what I was saying. I'm not a conservative. I believe in God. I believe that God is good and is forgiving and sees us through, we're supposed to see each other through his eyes. But that coldness is just hard to watch. It's hard to watch, and it's hard for me to watch it again because I've been through it before. And my charge that I talk about all the time, I was found guilty but not guilty due to mental disease or defect. That charge dehumanized me, and everybody still to this day, well, not everybody, but there are people to this day that still look at me as if I shouldn't be here, that I don't matter, that, you know, get her out of here, all those types of hateful things. You can see it in their eyes. And it's painful, and you don't know it unless you've been in it and you've lived it. And that's why I got so emotional, and I apologize for getting emotional. I'm sorry that I became this big target for everybody to attack. um I just know how it feels when you're voiceless, and um when the popular um, popular opinion shuns you. I know how that feels. So, all right, these are the classic tarot cards. Pick one card for the past, one card for the present, and one card for the future. For the past, we have the grief card, the Five of Cups. He's looking at these 3 cups that are empty, but right behind him he has 2 full cups. All right. The Ten of Swords for the present. It's kind of how I feel sometimes. You just feel stabbed in the back over and over and over again. And that's okay. I forgive. And I want people to know that I wasn't attacking anyone in particular. I was just reacting to the collective opinion of this man's life doesn't matter, and that hurt me very deeply. And then the Page of Pentacles. That's a beautiful way to start the future with this beautiful seed, pentacle. And that seed is a seed of forgiveness, a seed of understanding, a seed of coming together, a seed of seeing each other through God's eyes. And I know a lot of people that are watching this don't believe in God. Then see it in whatever eyes you want to see it. But God is ultimately going to, be the one that's going to judge, and not you. So you can judge and, attack me and target me, or whatever you want to call it. Or I made myself a target. I apparently made myself a target. So whatever, in the end, it's God's decision of who's right and who's wrong, not mine, not yours. So, all right, these are the Healing Spirit cards by Gordon Smith. And the card that we have today is Life Lessons Again. And it looks like this. And okay, Life Lessons Again. You might grow to find that there is no actual right or wrong in this world. And that everything happens in order for a lesson to be learned. Now is a good time to remember that your spirit guide is helping you to understand your own life lessons, and you will soon come to know why you chose them this time around. You may wonder why you have given yourself such difficult tasks, but once you understand your lessons, you won't have to learn them again. Also, by learning them, you give yourself power over the rest of your life. perfect. I just love those healing spirit cards because they always give the perfect message. You know, we don't pick our lessons. We're given lessons to learn. And my lesson is forgiveness, forgiving myself, forgiving others, um, and um, letting go, learning how to let go. That's the lesson that I want in that seed that the Page of Pentacles was holding, that we're going to plant. The forgiveness and letting go and learning the lessons and moving on with our lives. It's really a beautiful way to kind of end this chapter, break out of the shell. Tomorrow is number 9 and then number 10. So hopefully by the time that I get to actually like finishing this chapter, we're all going to be in a better place. You know, we don't have to be so divisive, I guess you could call it. It's kind of sad. So, all right, wishing everybody a beautiful day today.